Well, good morning, everyone. We find something that is not quite Jesus-like in the gospel today. What we find here is nothing that's out of the ordinary, but there's a couple purposes here involved. So this woman comes up and she's begging for his help, for her child. And what mother wouldn't do that, asking for her child? And normally we're comfortable with Jesus responding positively. Instead, he ignores her and keeps on going on his way. And then even more so, you find the disciples around him saying, "Get rid of her. She's bothering us." And he doesn't do anything until they get to the house. When they get to the house, we find that she has continued to follow all the way through. And as she does, she continues to persist in her way that only she knows, asking for his help. So Jesus then responds in a way that also is not in his character as we see it. Only children of the Lord drop scraps for the sake of the dogs. That's a paraphrase. And she responds right after that, but even those dogs are happy to receive the scraps that come from their master's tables. This was two tests taking place. One, to find out where her spirit is. Is it willing to persevere? Is it willing to continue to ask? It's also a test for his disciples to find out how patient they would be, because they're going to have to learn to be much more patient when they get into full ministry. So as he rewards her by telling her, your faith has been your salvation, your asking has been fulfilled, it's giving us a couple opportunities ourselves. One, we have to be persistent in our asking of our Lord for what we do need, and we need to be completely trusting in His Spirit working through us because we know it's for good purpose. We also, on the reverse end of it, have to be receiving someone who comes to us with such a request that we have to ourselves receive them in the same spirit and welcome them as Jesus would want us to. So the calling then for us is, as we look through this week, we know there are people out there who keep on asking and asking and asking, and we might get irritated, don't we all? But what spirit are we putting forth? Are we giving the Spirit of Christ and allowing them to ask and allowing ourselves to respond in a spirit of prayer, not of agitation, not of leave me alone, I don't want to be bothered. Please help yourself, help them, welcome Christ into you both. Let the Spirit you trust respond generously. Let the Spirit that is in the one who asks respond with perseverance, so that we ourselves can continue to be open to our Lord in all that is in our heart, all that is in our need. This is how we are to respond as neighbor. This is how we respond as Christian.